Again, throwing it out there, stretching yourself, the only person to do a dessert today. How do you feel about that?
Terrified, but it just, the fruits and the colors and made me think of a coral reef, and I just wanted to somehow bring that in.
And so take us through how you've represented that in your bowl.
So the tomato is the sea anemone, but closed, stuffed with a mascarpone and yogurts mixture, and then my little bit of coral is the caramelized pineapple with some seaweed mint.
To be honest with you, this is the dish that I'm most intrigued about. I've never had a poached tomato in a dessert before.
Neither have I.
It looks beautiful. The colours are magnificent. I've never in my life tasted a dessert anything like this before. It's exciting, my mouth is popping. I can taste black pepper, I can taste chili, I can taste the creaminess from the cheese and the dairy and the coconut. It's magnificent. I think it's really beautiful.
Are you ready to find out which dish you're going to have to master?
Yes, chef.
A delicious French fruit tart.
A French fruit tart? I have very little experience with any type of pastry, and especially one that looks like that.
The secret to this beautiful dessert is finding the perfect balance between several stunning components. First, the buttery pastry, which must be baked to a crisp and flaky golden brown. Secondly, a silky smooth layer of vanilla bean pastry cream, stirred to the perfect consistency. And to top it all off, a stunning arrangement of fresh fruit, all coated in a deliciously light apple glaze. The slightest misstep could end your MasterChef Canada journey.
It's orange chocolate mint charlotte, garnished with candied cereal and candied mint.
Wow, beautiful. Well, look, the outer row of the lady's fingers looks pretty decent. Any worries about me removing this piece of ribbon?
No.
So what I want to see is a nice, clean cut. That mousse just sits there nicely, has a little jiggle to it, but you can see the layers. Let's see.
This is so damn.
It looks wonderful. A decent layer of mousse in between, another layer of the cake. Looks pretty good.
Thank you, chef.
That's up the game, fellas. Now it's down to flavors.
Yeah.
The mousse, beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful, soft, fluffy. The immediate hit that I get is chocolate. Eric!
Oh, chef.
I tell ya, cuts beautifully. Sponge, nice and fluffy. Meringue, nicely crisp. That cake, to me, is beautiful. You tell me you cannot make dessert, eh? That doesn't say it. You tend to underrate yourself. Sometimes you have to pat yourself on the back.
Thanks, Chef.
With 5 minutes left to go, I start plating. I grab a plate from the fridge and I pipe a little bit of foam in the center. I pour the snow powder on top and I proceed to garnish with some pea shoots, some flowers, and some anise.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Leong, was the last 15 minutes, was that where everything could have gone wrong?
That 15 minutes, that is the pressure point of this entire cook. I've never really tied a balloon in my life. I thought that was the hardest bit.
Tonight, your challenge is to replicate this show-stopping dessert.
Just cotton candy?
What? Come on up and take a closer look. It's called Hawaiian Mountain Cloud, or as they say in Hawaii, the Mona Lei. It's a little mystery on a plate. Now, the key to revealing all its irresistible elements is this beautiful passion fruit reduction. Pour it on, and the cotton candy cloud dissolves to reveal a deliciously tropical landscape.
It's not just cotton candy, it's the entire world of dessert in the middle.
That's so awesome.
The base is a Dutch ginger cookie, topped with sponge and flambéed pineapple. Resting upon that is a mascarpone and cream cannelle, plus
Oh my God, there's more stuff in there?
a macadamia nut tuile. All this is surrounded by shards of frozen kiwi.
Holy smokes. That's crazy. Trevor, please describe your dessert.
What you have in front of you is a chocolate mint gelato with a Dutch cocoa pizzelli cone and a creme fraiche whip.
Let's try this dessert. You know, this dish really resonates with me. The ice cream is obviously a bit hard. It's a bit too frozen. That's a common mistake when you're working with liquid nitrogen. However, having said that, the flavor that you have is divine. Great balance of chocolate and mint, really playful. I love it.
Thank you very much.
Great flavors. That big, bold, bitter chocolate with fresh poppy mint, which is a perfect combination.
You have the balance just right. In the ice cream, I tasted a bit of salt, and that's a very good idea. That little bit of salt brings out that chocolate even better. I like it. I like it very much.
Thank you, Chef Alan.
Veronica!
I am super proud. I know my family would be super proud. I'm just hoping all the flavors are there. It's a Japanese matcha roll cake with the chestnut cream in the center.
It is impressive.
Thank you, Chef.
I don't even know how to do these patterns myself, I'll be honest. I don't know how you pulled that off. It's extraordinary.
Thank you, Chef.
There's a perfect balance between the chestnut cream and the green tea, and that white chocolate crunch. Outstanding.
Thank you, Chef.
Extremely light, and the sponge is incredibly moist. Did you do anything to the sponge to make it so moist?
No, I just have a good recipe and the basil helped out.
Extraordinary presentation, technique. I can't find anything to fault on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef.
Your fate comes down to a sweet finale. A delicious creme caramel under a delicate dome of sugar.
Thank God I'm not down there.
The whole dish has to have an enticing golden color. And your perfectly set caramel needs to have a silky smooth consistency.
If it falls apart, so will your dream.
Desserts are not my forte. I'm really worried.
Creme caramel is very similar to creme brulee, and creme brulee is one of my wife's favorite desserts. So I should nail this.
Hi there, Josh. Chef. That was an amazing challenge to watch. How did you feel when you finally had those molds release from the chocolate?
Definitely happy that it came out one piece.
Well, the tempering of the chocolate, I think, was pretty decent because it has that nice, lustrous shine to it. Now, the moment of truth. This dessert needs to reveal what lies beneath it. It has to be that perfect thickness in order for that magic to happen.
Oh, yes.
Right on cue. A real showpiece. I want to try a little of that sponge toffee. In my mind, nothing wrong with the taste. I would just like to have seen it a little bit more fluffed up. But I appreciate the fact that you did it twice to try and perfect it. Good luck.
Hey, Josh.
Chef?
The outside, it's important, but that's only the face. The inside, that's also very important, right? So, how's your inside? The cake, just a little bit dry. But I love figs. You did a great job cooking them. The butter, the seasoning, it just adds an extra goodness into this dessert. Were you surprised you were able to pull this off?
Yeah, Chef, you know, being a big guy, not used to little dainty things like that. I was a little worried I'd manhandle it too much, but I was super happy to get it all together for you.
Well, very nicely done.
Thanks, Chef.